everyone, welcome back. I'm Ksenia, a website designer, and in today's quick tutorial, I'll show you how to add a gradient effect in Squarespace. We will cover how to add a gradient to a text, to a button, and how to use gradient on background sections. Unfortunately, these are not built-in options in Squarespace, but I'll show you exactly how to do it using a bit of CSS code. It's a simple copy and paste snippets, so you can follow along even if you're a complete beginner. Let's get started. Log in to the back end of your Squarespace website and navigate to Pages, scroll all the way down to Custom Code and select Custom CSS. And this is where we're going to be adding this CSS snippet. First, I'm going to show you how you can add a gradient background to the button. In Squarespace, you have three different button styles. If you want to learn more about the button styles, I have a separate video. I'm going to link it below. But basically, we need to grab the CSS selector for the primary button. If I click here and just select this button, I'm going to see that we can select three different types, and you want to make sure that currently I'm applying a code to the primary button. I'm going to drop this selector, which you're also going to be able to find below, and then I'm going to open the curly brackets, and this is where I'm going to be applying my code. Next, we want to create a gradient. This website creates a gradient for you. Select whichever gradient we want. You see there's a different way to apply the gradient, and then here we can also change the color of our gradient. You can paste the hex codes you would like to use for your color. For example, this is more purplish. I can also adjust this one to be lighter. And then as we adjust this, the code below is going to be changing. So I'm just going to try adjusting this. And as you see, the numbers are changing because they're adjusting to whatever style. Once you're happy with the main gradient, the one that you want to use, copy this code. And then go back to our website and paste it in here. I only need the background gradient. I'm not actually going to be using just a regular background color. And as I paste it here, you see nothing has changed. Our button still has the same color. And sometimes that happens that we have to overwrite wherever the CSS rule has been applied already in the Squarespace. We need to add an important tag. So you just want to write this important tag at the end of our code. And once we add the important tag, the gradient has changed for our primary buttons. Next, I'm going to show you how we can apply exactly the same gradient, but now for the background of this H1 tag. If I click Edit and then select this, you're going to see that this is heading 1. In Squarespace, we have 4 different headings. And the way the headings are displayed in CSS, so for example, if it's a heading 1, we're going to use H1. If it's a heading 2, we're going to use H2. If it's a heading 3, H3, H4. And so in our case, this is the H1. And that's what I'm going to use here. So I'm just going to erase this. And here, instead of a button element primary, I'm just going to write down H1 and click Save. And I just need to refresh it. And now the same gradient has been applied to the background of this text. But I do not want to have it as a background. I wanted the actual letters to have a gradient in them. And for that, I have to add this little extra code. I'm going to include here. I added this code, but again, nothing has changed here, and the text has actually disappeared. And what we need to do is copy this important tag and add it to background clip. And now H1 heading has the background gradient as we assign. And we can obviously change the gradient here and assign any type of gradient we want. You can similarly add the same gradient. For example, this is our heading 3. So instead of H1, I can change this to H3 and click Save. As I refresh it, our H3 has this gradient effect. And now moving on, I'm going to show you the last thing that we can do is apply a gradient to section background. If I click Edit and then navigate to Edit Section in the background, we can assign art to our background, which has this gradient effect, and we can make adjustments. So we can change this to another color, adjust the shape and size like you see. But to be honest, I do not like this effect in Squarespace. I don't like that the gradient is moving and it's not as adjustable as I wish. I don't usually use this. Instead of art, I'm just going to change it back to image, which will remove that gradient. And if you like, you can use that gradient, or I'm going to show you how you can apply the same custom gradient to the background. We're going to assign this gradient to just one section. You want to navigate to this anchor link and create a name for this section. And this name is going to be used to target this section. I'm just going to name it GDR and save it. Use hashtag GDR, that's exactly the name of the section, and then open the curly brackets. Now inside this GDR selector, I want to add a section background and open the curly brackets. Inside the curly brackets, inside the section background, I'm going to paste that and click save. And as you see here, our background has been changed to the exact gradient selected from this website. If you found this video helpful, drop a comment below or let me know what other design tutorials you'd like to see. And if you're looking for easy-to-use Squarespace templates that already been built for you, check out the link below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.